welcome back. In the last 10 years, the amount of time children aged 8 to 18 spend on the computer a day has tripled, and the average is now an hour and a half. Much of this time is spent on the internet, which, while an amazing resource, can also be a dangerous place for children. Luckily, there are many measures parents can take to protect their kids from harm. Our new tech host, Brittany, is here to tell us what parents can do. Hi, Brittany. Thanks for coming on the show.
Oh, thanks for having me.
Yeah, we're happy to have you here. So let's get started. This is a really interesting topic, I think.
All right, yes. Well, as you know, being online is part of every kid's day.
Yes.
For most, it's the main way of gaming, research, and kids spend hours on the computer every day.
Talking to their friends. Yeah, for sure.
So parents especially, you can't help but wonder, how safe are they in cyberspace?
Right. I mean, it's fairly unsupervised, right?
Yes, and exactly. Basically, what we can do is break this topic into two groups.
Okay.
Which is kids and teenagers.
Right.
But let's face it, protecting your teens is the much harder task.
Oh yeah, for sure. They want their privacy. They're really, they don't want their parents around all the time monitoring them.
Exactly. They're very computer savvy as well,
Yeah.
and they want their independence.
Yes.
So, but all they think they know, they can still be very easy targets for online predators.
Yeah, for sure.
So nowadays, teens are even giving out personal information like where they live, what school they go to, even their home address.
Without even so much of a concern as to how it could so easily fall into the wrong hands.
Exactly,
right?
and many don't realize how unsafe that can be.
Yeah,
and for
sure.
parents, it can be a complete nightmare.
Oh yeah, I mean, I know when we were a little bit younger, when MSN, Instant Messenger was coming out, ICQ, like all the chat rooms, everything was such a big deal. Everyone was on it like every day. So I can definitely understand why parents would be concerned, for sure.
Exactly. I think one of the best things you can do is actually just monitor your kids online.
Yeah.
There are some efficient ways of doing this. Putting the computer somewhere visible, where it's easy for parents to see what they're doing and keep track of them.
Yeah.
Putting a time limit on how long their kids can stay on the computer for as well.
You can actually do that?
You can do that in many ways, which we'll get into a little later on. There's actually things you can program on your computer to help you out with that.
Okay, definitely.
But above all, take the time to talk to your kids about the dangers of being on the internet.
Yeah, communication I think is definitely key here.
Exactly. For sure. Now this works great for children,
yeah.
But let's face it, teens can be a little feisty sometimes.
We
they
all
want their
remember,
freedom.
Yeah, we all remember those
We all remember
days.
that stage and age, right?
Yes.
And there isn't always going to be a parent there to constantly look over them or look over their shoulder to see what they're doing.
Right. So how can parents set up these controls?
Luckily, there are a lot of ways that you can set up these controls on your computer. There's even a lot of software options.
Oh, okay.
Which we'll get onto a little later on in the show.
Okay.
But I think the easiest steps is to actually use the controls already built into your computer system.
Yeah.
It's free, it's efficient, it's fast, and it's easy.
It's already on there, so yeah, for sure.
So Windows Vista, for example, parents can create logon accounts for their kids, but set parameters for those accounts, such as what programs and games they can use, what sites they're allowed to visit, and even for how long they can use the computer for. So you can actually set up a time limit on your account through Windows Vista that will actually log your kid out of their user account once they pass that time.
Oh, wow.
So it's a little thing that comes in handy, kind of set some boundaries for your child as well.
Yeah, so then even if you can't be present, you can ensure that they're not going to be, getting up to mischief on the computer when you can't supervise.
And for those parents that are a little bit want that more protection or a little bit controlling, you can actually bring up a report on all your child's activities.
Wow.
Yeah, so nothing is hidden from parents, nothing is perpetuous.
Wow, okay.
And if your child tries to access a forbidden site, the following screen actually appears
on the
website over here. If they type in something that
there we go.
That's right there. That's a parental controls panel that shows up. So in this case, if your child really wanted to access the site, they would have to get the parent or the administrator of the computer
to change the filter,
to give them permission, and they would have to type in a password to let them allow access to get into the account.
Oh, okay. Okay, what else?
Well, let's just say if you don't have Windows, maybe you're a Mac user, maybe use something else. Internet Explorer also does a very good job with parental controls. Okay. One great feature is download blocking. Okay. So let's say your child tries to access a forbidden site, anything like that, you wouldn't be able to exactly, because they can actually, they also can't even download anything that would be illegal or anything.
Would be blocked.
Exactly. It prevents them from downloading images or music or anything like that that could also bring out viruses or spyware and stuff like that as well.
You have to watch out for that too.
Exactly.
Sure. Okay.
So you can find that in the parental control panel.
Okay.
Just make sure you're using an updated version of Internet Explorer.
Right.
To take advantage of the benefits.
Yeah, for sure. Okay. Now, what about for younger kids?
For younger kids, this is actually a great way to keep them safe.
Yeah.
There's actually youth search engines, if you didn't know about that.
No way. That's so cool. I had no idea.
Yahoo has a page for kids, which is kids.yahoo.com.
Okay.
These are child-friendly search engines. So everything that is searched is kind of filtered through child-friendly websites.
So the results are all filtered.
Exactly.
Okay.
There's things that child would be interested in, not anything that you'd have to worry about your child seeing.
Right. It's all appropriate.
So yeah, exactly.
Great.
And if you have a younger kid, maybe has their own computer in their room or something.
Yeah.
This is a great thing to actually do is put this one of these youth search engines as their homepage.
Yeah.
So right when they go online, it's the first thing they see.
Takes them right there.
Yeah. And there's a bunch of different games, activities that kids
can do.
And
it's also safe too.
Exactly,
That's
which
great.
is great.
Yeah, good combination for sure.
And also, I think if your child's a bit older, let's say, teenagers years or preteens, and they don't want a youth search engine, which is completely understandable because they are older.
Yeah.
We also have something called a safe search.
Okay.
And safe searches can be established anywhere in mostly any kind of search engine.
Okay.
I know that Google has a safe search in their preferences page.
Okay.
And so does Yahoo. Also
great.
has a safe search in their preferences page. This is kind of like a filtering tab, a tool.
Okay.
Filters out things so not no explicit kind of images or things come on the screen or text that are inappropriate. Yeah.
Okay.
And MSN also has a safe search in their settings page.
Oh wow! So a lot of the search engines are getting into
most
this whole
of the high-end,
now.
the very popular ones, they do have that.
Okay,
and
great.
It's not perfect, I'm going to say, but it makes for a very good start.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah. Also, I think one of the most important things you can do for your computer is install a pop-up blocker.
Yeah, not even just for kids. Like that's even helpful for me, right? I know pop-ups can do so much damage and bring viruses to your computer.
It helps your computer from protecting it from viruses and spyware as well, which also be a very big threat to your computer and just a hassle to get rid of.
Yeah, they're just annoying above all else, right? So that's
very
great.
Yes.
Very useful tip for sure.
All right, so last but not least, we have our software options.
Yes. Okay, tell us about those.
So if you're extremely protective
and
you
maybe kind of want to take it to the next level.
Maybe your child's a little bit deviant or don't have complete trust over them. Some parents have that have trouble relationship with them. Then software may be an option that you should consider. One of the best softwares out there is actually Content Protect.
Okay.
It's very popular, and it's one of the biggest advantages is that you can use the controls that actually you can receive reports remotely. So let's say you're in the office and your child is at school or coming home from school, let's say, just getting online, you're not really there to supervise them.
You
can actually keep track of what they're doing from any computer, from any remotely from where you are.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, I had no idea. That's so advanced.
You can also change the settings and the preferences from wherever you are.
Oh, wow.
It's pretty intense. Yeah, you can also get reports through email on what your child is doing and what they're where they're going and searching.
Okay, so really taking it to the next level there. Probably better to just kind of try and talk to your kid and have a conversation with them about how to use the internet safely.
Yes, I mean software should be used as a last resort,
Definitely,
right?
Yes.
It's not something that you want to do, but it's something only if you really have to do.
Yeah, at least it's available if necessary. Okay, great.
Yeah, speaking of which, I don't know if you know of any netlingo.com.
Yes, I've heard about it.
It's an online dictionary where actually you can type in any kind of abbreviations or codes and that slangs that kids use while online.
Yeah.
So that, of course, also is help for parents if you want to know what some of the things mean online, like ASL, for example.
Yeah, age, sex, location.
Exactly. And POS, I don't know if you know that one.
Parents over shoulder. All right.
Exactly.
Okay, well, thanks so much, Brittany. I think this segment has been extremely useful. Tune in after the break. We're talking about Mac versus PC.